When the top agent Mike woke up from a drunken stupor, he found his wife had prepared an entire table full of delicious dishes to celebrate. After all, her good-for-nothing husband had finally done something impressive. While Mike was asleep, she had uploaded the comic he'd drawn the night before, and it quickly won over a crowd of online fans. What she didn't know was that Mike used to be an elite operative, and all the stories in the comic were based on his real missions, classified national secrets. While his wife was overjoyed, Mike grew increasingly anxious. The comic depicted everything exactly as it happened, and he feared that leaking state secrets would bring the organization back to disrupt his quiet life. So he went straight to the editor-in-chief's office, begging him in person to take the comic down, claiming he'd uploaded it by accident while drunk. But the editor insisted he keep working from home, and even encouraged him to keep drinking to fuel his creativity. Left with no choice, Mike headed home, but it started raining. He suddenly remembered that his daughter had left the house without an umbrella, so he grabbed one and waited, crouched by the school gate to walk her home. While he stood there, he noticed one of her classmates' dads pulling up in a sleek luxury car, dressed head to toe in expensive designer clothes. Looking down at himself, still living off his wife's paycheck, he felt a wave of shame. For the first time as a top operative, he tasted real defeat. Back at home, he accidentally came across his daughter's diary. In it, she wrote that her dad was too poor, and that was why her mom drank so much. She promised she would work hard to pay off all his debts someday and buy them a big house. Overcome with emotion, Mike broke down in tears. Determined to give his wife and daughter a better life, he returned to writing down his memories, turning each thrilling mission into vivid comics. The moment he published them, they exploded in popularity online, captivating thousands of readers, especially students. His daughter beamed with pride, and even the foreman who used to bully Mike became a loyal fan. The editor-in-chief, who'd once looked down on him, was now overjoyed. As money started flowing in, the family finally felt happy again. They were even able to buy the digital piano his daughter had always dreamed of. But the comic's massive success also meant that the agency soon discovered Mike, their legendary operative, was still alive and possibly leaking state secrets. They sent a team to track him down. When Mike realized his cover had been blown, he didn't bother pretending anymore. He'd been retired for years, but a handful of agents were nowhere near enough to bring him in. Even when over a dozen men attacked at once, none could subdue him. That was the kind of skill only an ace agent possessed. The foreman who used to torment him was so terrified he could barely stand. Never imagining that Mike had such a dangerous side, Mike demonstrated a rapid-fire combination of strikes right in front of him, then rushed home to pack his bags. Grabbing his passport, he called his wife to finally confess that he was a secret agent and planned to take her and their daughter on the run. His wife, however, just thought he was drunk again and rambling nonsense. After all, it was hard to believe that her hapless husband was actually a top-tier operative. Just then, a smoke grenade came flying through the window. Thinking fast, Mike grabbed a plastic binder clip to use as a makeshift gas mask. The agents who'd come this time were much more formidable. One of them fought Mike to a standstill, neither man gaining the upper hand. Finally, Mike threw him to the ground with a powerful shoulder throw. But instead of attacking, the agent removed his mask. Seeing his face, Mike felt a flicker of recognition. The young man introduced himself as Kevin. Ever since he was little, Kevin had idolized Mike, dreaming of one day becoming a world-class agent just like him. Kevin and the captain had been the only ones who truly mourned when everyone thought Mike was dead. Now, standing face to face with his hero, Kevin felt overwhelmed